Hello to to whoever it may concern, whoever's watching this. If anybody is, or if I don't end up putting it anywhere, then to my future self, perhaps, or I don't know. I just wanted to uh, reflect a little bit, make a video, talk about my honest experience, and um, talk about change and how hard it is, and how it's it doesn't get easier to change, I think, and to embrace change. Maybe maybe that's maybe it gets easier to embrace change, but it doesn't get easier to change, to accept change, I should say. But it doesn't get easier to change. Let's start from the beginning. My name's Camden. You can call me Cam. And the reason I'm making this video is because 75 days ago, I set out on an identity changing journey, is how I'm labeling it. I've called it many things throughout these 75 days. I've said that I was regular dopamine maxing. That's what I called it at the beginning. I've shifted it to a builder's mantra, a builder mindset, changing my mindset, changing my habits, building systems. But I think that I have settled on, well, for now, and this might change too, an identity changing, an identity alignment, maybe. I might like that more. So, what does that mean? Like, why? What does that even mean? What does that entail? How is 75 days long enough to change an identity? How can you change an identity in 75 days? No. Like, spoiler alert, no. But you can change your alignment to the identity and persona that you had before, and you can create and align and build an environment and an identity that you're proud of in 75 days. I 100% believe that, and I believe that I have done that. So what did this look like for me? Maybe we could get into that. I think that the reason I started this journey was because I felt like I was just coasting through my work, through my relationships, through my life. I have a good job. I have a beautiful, loving fiance. I have a family who supports me. And it just felt like I had aligned myself. I had I had built these things that I was proud of, but my internal compass and the trajectory that I was on and the man that I wanted to be, um, directly conflicted with who I wanted to be and what I wanted to be. And I want to kind of come out and say that this is a 75-day process of pretty intense change right now and pretty intense identity realignment, but it didn't start 75 days ago. I think that this probably started uh, 10 years ago when um, when I first started trying to figure out who I wanted to be. which back then I I was a very religious teenager and child, and my identity is really not aligned since then with those aspects of my life, and so that shifted, and then it kind of turned into an era of the opposite of that, which was a lot of drinking, a lot of getting around, a lot of drugs, and that continued through college. It continued a little bit out of college, where it didn't ever feel like it was taking over. There were definitely some signs that I needed to take some breaks, and I did do that. But I never like lost control of myself. I feel like I was always able to turn things around when I wanted to. I would probably toe the edge, like toe the line quite a bit, maybe a bit more than I should have. But I always was able to just turn and get what I needed done, get shit done. Prevent it from ever getting to a concerning point for those around me. But that just doesn't, like, the maintenance of that is emotionally taxing, physically taxing for a lot of what you're doing, and draining. And it's just, it didn't align with who I wanted to be, with the values that I wanted to keep. And so there were periods on and off where I said, okay, I'm going to go completely sober. And then there were periods where I would do it for, a couple weeks or a month or whatever. And there was always this time constraint that I would have. And there was always this like urge, desire to go back. But there was also this urgent desire to press on, right? Because I know who I want to become, and it's directly challenging who I was being, who I was, what I was doing, I guess my actions. And then it kind of came to a head 75 days ago. I got really, really drunk with some friends, and I did some stupid shit that was, again, it wasn't anything like notable, wasn't anything that like warrants a story or warrants, I think I yelled some shit at some people that maybe was kind of rude, but it wasn't anything like jaw dropping. And and the next day I felt like shit. And then I decided I was done. Like, that was it for me. Like, I'm ready to align and to take on just to align myself with an identity that I can be proud of right now. And that, to start, it's been pretty hardcore. I've decided I would go to the gym 6 times a week and do a push-pull leg split 2 times. So yeah, 6 days a week at the gym at 6 a.m., 5:45 is when I wake up, and I'm at the gym by 6. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't going to smoke, do any drugs. I wasn't going to be on any social media. I told myself that I had to learn a language, and, well, at least, like, I think that kind of it came as part of the environment building that I was doing, and I ended up learning Russian. Well, starting to learn Russian. So, здравствуйте. Меня зовут Camden. So no smoking, no drinking, no social media, gym every day. I was going to track everything that I ate, and I was going to be consistently reading 10 to 12,000 steps a day. and I was going to be consistently reading some sort of book. Uh, and it's been hard. It's really, really hard. And it does not get much easier. Like yesterday was day 74. It was probably one of the hardest days that I've had so far. And I think that one of the reasons that it was so hard and so unnerving is because when I woke up, you start doing this, and day 1 and day 2 are always hard, and day 7 can be hard, and day 14 is hard, and then day 21 is hard, but and then day 30 is hard, right? And then it starts spacing out a little bit, and then it's like day 39 is hard, and then day 30, and then day 40 and day 41 are both hard, which is tough. But then it starts spacing out even more, and yesterday I think it was really tough because I have this expectation for myself that by 75 days I should have this shit figured out, right? Like I haven't been on social media, I haven't been drinking, I haven't been smoking, I haven't been doing anything wrong. I've been directly aligned with this ideal persona that I built in my head, and it still was hard. It still was so damn hard to get out of bed. And part of me was like, you don't need to, and I did. And it kind of scared me when I felt that way, when I felt that I didn't need to get out of bed. But yeah, I think that change is extremely difficult. And that's the takeaway that I want people to take away after 75 days of this for me, is that it's hard. It's fucking hard. But you can do it. And when you decide that you are someone who can do it, and that it's not something you are doing, but you are someone who can do these hard things, then it's like it's empowering, because I don't need all the shit that I thought I needed. I don't need to scroll mindlessly, and I don't need to drink, even if it's just a drink. Like, and I get it. I get that it's just a drink on the weekends with your buddies, and I'm not trying to shame anybody either, because I wish I could still, and I desire it. And I am not saying that this is a forever thing, but I think that this strict discipline right now is really, really beneficial for me at this stage of my life. And once you just take that control back, and you're like in the driver's seat, and you tell yourself that, and you know that you're in the driver's seat, and you do it for a week, you do it for a day, you do it for a morning, and you're in the driver's seat for a morning, and then that bleeds into the afternoon, and you know what, you have a shitty afternoon, and you're fucking tired, but you still were in the driver's seat in the morning, and you did what you had to do. And then the next day you're in the driver's seat in the morning again, and then the afternoon wasn't so bad on that next day. Like you stayed in the driver's seat for a little bit longer, and then at some point it's like I was in the driver's seat all day, and I did shit today that I wouldn't have done 3 months ago. Take control. I think that that's what I'll leave with. And I don't know if I'll post more of these. I kind of wanted to do this as like a space. If people are trying to change, maybe this will resonate with you, because you can. And if you're feeling like you're not aligned with who you are seeking to be, and you're not in alignment with who you know you can be, and with the identity you're going after right now, if that's not aligned, you can align it. You can do it. It's going to be hard, and you might mess up some days, but like 1 degree better every day, you're if you do that, like, and it's cheesy, and I know it's like 1% better every day, and I don't like all of that shit, but I do think that you can align yourself with the person you want to become, and I don't think it's ever too late. And I'm just a guy in his mid 20s, almost 25, going through some shit, trying to figure it out, and I thought maybe I'd share it. You can do it, and it's going to be hard, and part of the entire process and the journey is that it's supposed to be hard. It is not supposed to be easy. So identify yourself, identify where you're at, and if you need to course correct, then do it. And please let me know if there's any motivation or support I can give you. And yeah, thanks for tuning in for day 75. This is the end of day 75 for me. Day 76 tomorrow. And cheers to that. So thanks.